Hey, good day. It's Sean Wynett here with Blue Cow Creative. I want to talk to you today about using Facebook pixels and setting up custom audiences. Now, if you've done any kind of Facebook advertising, whether you've even just taken a post and clicking the boost button and actually paid for it, you have a Facebook ads account. Now, if you haven't done any of that, then just watch and see what the potential is here. You may also be able to learn a bit more if you've done some of the minimal stuff about how to leverage this Facebook pixel and why is it so important in digital marketing today. So let's take a look right here. I'm in my Facebook ads account for my company, Blue Cow Creative. And one of the first things that you want to do is you want to make sure that you have your Facebook pixel embedded on your website. Now, if you have a website like WordPress or Weebly or Wix, where you can actually go in and edit the code and put some stuff in there, then you're going to be able to do this. So when you get in here, what you're going to do first is you're going to go to the top left side and you're going to go and you're going to find pixels. Now, if it's not showing up here under frequently used, hit all tools and it's going to be under the assets section. So I'm going to go ahead and click this. If you've never set it up before, it's going to immediately pop up and walk you through the 2 or 3 steps to create this pixel. Now, what a pixel is a little bit of code that gets embedded on your website. And every time somebody comes to that website, that then it talks actually back to Facebook and tells them what pages you've been on. So that can be very helpful when we're creating ads that are targeting specific interests to people based on what pages they've been on your website. So the first thing you're going to do is once you get that set up, you're going to get that code and it's going to look something like this, and you're just going to copy it and embed it into your website under the closing head tag. Now, this seems all too complicated for you. Don't worry. If you've got a web developer, all you need to do is get this much done, copy this to the clipboard and email it to him or her, and they should be able to take care of it for you. And once you go in, you're going to see it's going to have a little green dot and it's going to tell you that it's starting to receive some data. Let's now take a look at how you can create an audience. So we're going to go to the very top and we're going to go down to audiences. Again, if it's not here, it's going to be under the asset side of things. Now, what is an audience? An audience is, in simple form, a group of people who've done a certain action. That's probably the best way I can describe this to you. With Facebook, it allows us to create audiences based on a number of different things. One of the most common things that was initially created when this came out was the ability to upload a list, whether it's a client list or a subscriber list out of your CRM or your database. And what Facebook will do is it will then look through all the profiles and it will match the email address and or the phone number to profiles that have that on their profile settings. So how you do that is simply when you go into the create an audience, you're going to create what's called a custom audience. So here is where it shows you that you can choose the customer file. That's where we can upload a file. But what we're going to look at today is website traffic and engagement on Facebook, which, as you can see here at the time of shooting this video, it is a new feature and it's really going to be quite helpful to you moving forward. Let's take a look at website traffic. Once we hit this, it takes us in here and it asks us what type of website traffic. So we can choose anyone who visits our website, people who visit specific pages, people who visit web pages but not other web pages. And how this could really be beneficial is, let's say, for example, here on my website, if I just hop over here and take a look, I have some sections here on Infusionsoft and all the different features of the CRM. Let's say somebody comes to any one of these pages, or even talking about marketing automation. If somebody comes to that page, I can have it triggered, and we'll actually go do this right now. We'll go into here to marketing automation and we'll copy this URL. So I'm going to come back here. I'm going to say anyone who visits a specific page, and I'm going to say it equals. It's a little slow at the moment. Paste in that URL and we'll say for the last 180 days. And for as long as I've had the pixel in place, which is the longest it can run there, maximum 180 days, it can include past traffic. So visitors to marketing automation. I'll go ahead and create this audience. Now, I guarantee that probably my audience is going to be small in that number, and we'll find out in a second here. Just hit that. I must have hit it too many times. Let's just see if it comes up. I'm just going to refresh this page. Don't know what that error was that popped up there. So wait till it to come back. And where this comes in handy is once you have created an audience to a specific page, you're then able to, there we go, visitors to marketing automation, audience is too small. So the data it has on file from now moving back to when that pixel was in place isn't at least 30 people that have gone to that specific page. So it will come along. If you see this, don't be worried about that. What we're able to do now is, let's say you are going to then create an ad. And if it's a video that talks more about, in this case, I could do a testimonial video about marketing automation and how it helped the business. Or if you're in a different type of consulting business and somebody's gone to your website, maybe you're a chiropractor, and they've checked out the information about back pain and you've got a specific treatment, then you can run an ad specifically to the people who are interested in it, because you know it's only going to show in front of the people who have gone to that page of your website. So you can see where the power of using this really comes into play. Now, if you want to just have people that come to your website and then have a Facebook like campaign come out to kind of build that audience as well, then you can just go ahead and create a custom audience for people who just have come to your website. The other part I want to show you here was the new feature of engagement on Facebook. Now, we're spending a lot of time getting people to engage on our posts and so forth. Now, let's say we want an ad to show up in front of people who have actually engaged with our page some way. So we're going to go in here and we're going to say, you know what, page, create a list of people who have engaged with our page. So we're first going to choose our page from the list. Now, if you don't manage other pages, it wouldn't be much of a list for you. But you can say people who have engaged with their page, people who are engaged with any post or ad, people who've clicked on a call to action button, people who actually sent us a message to our page. So if they message us, we can have something come up for them as well. So you can go ahead and you can 365 days. You can write a description in here. I'm not going to go ahead and do that. I'm just going to go back. The other powerful feature is using people who have engaged with videos. You spend some time creating some great videos. Maybe they're on specific products or services. What we can go in here is we can say, okay, let's see anybody who's visited or watched at least 25% of a video. Now I'm going to go choose a video from my library of videos I've uploaded. First, I'm going to check my page again. Here it is right there. It's going to list all the videos that I have uploaded. Now, these aren't YouTube videos that I've put a link to. These are videos I've actually uploaded. I'm going to go look at page 2 because there's a specific video. So here's one on conquering the lead capture, and it's a testimonial video from Infusionsoft that I've uploaded. So I'm going to use this one. It's talking about customer or conquering lead capture at a trade show. So I'm going to go and choose that one, and interested in lead capture at trade show. So somebody had seen that video and they at least started to watch, a good bit of it. So at least 25%. We'll go ahead and put this in here. Let's go ahead and it's going to create that audience. Now I would ask you now if we wanted to create an ad, which we don't want to. So just think about this. Somebody has watched a specific video on your Facebook page on a specific topic. Now, if you're selling a product where you could have a coupon, now you can run an ad towards somebody for a coupon or product specific targeted ad for them. So that's where that's going to come into play and become very helpful for you in marketing and using your marketing dollars more effectively. So this is just scratching the surface of how you can use Facebook ads. And if you've ever been on Facebook long enough and you know that you've gone to a website and you clicked on something and suddenly you see an ad for it, this is exactly the tactics the big guys are using in Facebook, and you can use it too in your small business. If you want to talk more about this and how we can leverage this and use your marketing dollars more effectively, please reach out to me. I'd love to have a consult with you and see where you're at in your marketing journey and where we can overcome some of those hurdles and barriers that you have to growth using tactics like this. And even if you don't have a CRM in place, we'll talk about that as well. So hopefully this was helpful for you and you got some kind of knowledge base out of watching this. Thank you very much. If you liked this and other videos, I urge you to go over to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/BlueCowCreative, and click subscribe so that you can get notified every time we put up a new video. Thank you and have a great day.